Chapter 9. I hate acting class. I'm 2 months into the one Barbara Cameron insisted I sign up for if I were to be represented by her. I go every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Even though it's a chunk of time away from home, I don't look forward to this class the same way I look forward to church, because I find acting even more uncomfortable than being stuck at home. Each class starts out with a bit of loosening up. The dozen of us walk around mimicking Miss Lasky. That's Laura's last name. Not only is she Barbara's second in command, she's also our acting teacher. She stretches her face out in weird contortions, opening her mouth freakishly wide or bulging her eyes out. I have no idea how this helps us act better, but I know better than to be an annoying kid who asks questions. You have to always be on in class. Mom reminds me on every one of our drives home. Miss Lusk is watching, and the kids who are annoying don't take direction, ask questions. Those are the kids who won't get sent out on auditions. The kids who will get auditions are the ones who shut up and do as they're told. After the face gymnastics, we pretend to be various animals. Some of the other kids seem to have fun with it, but it makes me feel like an idiot. I don't know how to trumpet like an elephant, purr like a kitten, or grunt like a monkey. And frankly, I don't want to. Let's leave the animal sounds to the animals. Sometimes Miss Lusky has everyone freeze and then she points to one kid to do the animal sound solo. It's supposed to help with getting over our inhibitions or something. Trumpet, Jennette. Trumpet like you mean it. I don't mean it, but I try my best. I'm humiliated. Is there any word you don't understand? Chunk, bulging, and dreaded. Okay. So chunk and bulging. Where is it? Here. Bulging her eyes out and dreaded. I don't remember. No me acuerdo haber leído esa palabra. ¿Dónde está? Any help there? No. Es que I haven't read that part yet. Okay, so a chunk of time. So chunk es como decir un pedazo. Pero cuando decimos chunk of time es bastante tiempo. So a chunk of time. It's a chunk of time away from home. Como está a bastante tiempo de casa. A chunk of time. And then bulging. Okay, I need my... A ver, vamos a escribir un poco. Tick. Yes. So, bulging viene del verbo bulge, que es como... A ver, vamos a buscar una definición. Bulge. Okay, so, bulge puede ser un sustantivo o un verbo. Y como sustantivo es como un bulto. O como verbo es algo que sobresale. So, eso es bulge. Como algo sobresalir. O un bulto, si lo pensás como sustantivo. Y acá tenemos bulging her eyes out. So, bulging her eyes out. Si cuando hablamos de bulging eyes, se refiere a... ¿Viste cuando alguien te mira así, como que se le abren los ojos así, pareciera que se le salen los ojos? ¿Se te hace familiar esta expresión? Okay, so eso es bulging eyes. So por eso dice bulging her eyes out. So bulging her eyes out significa eso, como que hacía los ojos así, muy abiertos, como que parece que se le salen. Generalmente cuando alguien te está diciendo algo así como... So, eso es bulging her eyes out. And... Okay, let's keep on reading. I need to check out something first. I need to check out something first. Screen share. I forgot how to do this. Where's the chat? Oh, that's why. There it is. Okay, now we see you. Okay, so then you asked for the word dreaded here. After the dreaded animal sounds, we move on to memorization technique. Okay, so dreaded viene de, es como, a ver, viene de dread primero. Es como un sinónimo de miedo. So after the dreaded animal sounds, como esos sonidos despavoridos, esos sonidos terror, ay, ¿cómo se podría decir? Esos sonidos como aterrados, de animales aterrados. Ahí está, esa traducción me gusta. So, dread es lo mismo que decir fear. Bueno, es un sustantivo, es un sinónimo de fear. So, dread, it's like fear. So, dreaded animal sounds. Sonidos de animales aterrados. Okay. So, we're given a scene and we have 30 minutes to memorize our characters' lines. Then we go one by one, spewing our lines cold, the showbiz term for rapid and without emotion. We're told this technique is important, especially for kids, so that we don't overwork the material and sound too rehearsed in auditions. Apparently, memorizing a thing cold so we have it down pat, and then adding in the emotions later is the best way to keep the scene fresh. Memorizing is the part of class that I dislike the least, maybe because I'm best at it. I usually memorize my lines within 15 minutes and then just spend the next 15 going over them to solidify them. I also don't mind saying words without emotions. The emotions are the problem, the words aren't. Forcing emotions into a thing is uncomfortable in the first place, but then putting on those emotions for other people to see feels gross to me. It feels weak and vulnerable and naked. I don't want people to see me like that. After memorization comes scene work, my least favorite part of the class, because it's the part where I have to perform. Each week, in preparation for scene work, we're assigned a scene that we have to memorize and break down. Breaking a scene down is a process where we ask questions about our character and the scene and what's really being said underneath the words on the page. What does my character actually want? What does the character I'm interacting with actually want? How are these things at odds? How does my character feel about the character I'm interacting with? After breaking the scene down, we have to rehearse it enough that it's ready to perform in front of the rest of the class come Saturday. Each of us gets up one at a time, performs our scene, then goes through our breakdown with Miss Lasky. I wish so much that I didn't have to do this part. I don't like sitting up on the little studio stage, acting out a scene in front of everyone. I don't like to be observed. I like to do the observing. Miss Lasky said in our first class that no parents were allowed for the scene work portion. But Mom insisted. I had stage 4 metastatic ductal carcinoma, breast cancer, and my bones are weak from the chemo. Sitting in the car for too long pains me, and I'm not supposed to walk around in the hot sun. Well, there's a coffee shop right up the street, Miss Lasky said with a tense smile. I don't believe in spending $2.50 on a cup of joe, Mom said with a tenser one. Okay, so up to here. Any other words? I really like that sticker. Showbiz and gross. Oh, okay. So let me highlight them. Showbiz, where are you? Oh, wait. This is also an interesting word. Spewing. Ah, here it is. Showbiz and gross. Where is that? Gross. Okay, great. Only those? Yeah. Okay, so first, spewing. Spewing viene del verbo spew. Spew, que es como así como vomitar o arrojar, como así como, dice como arrojando nuestras líneas. Así lo portrait. Ok, so, then, así que por eso me parece una palabra interesante. Spewing our lines, spitting our lines. Arrojando nuestras líneas. And showbiz es la abreviación de show business. So show business se refiere a todo el mundo del entertainment. Diríamos como el mundo del espectáculo. The entertainment industry. So that's what showbiz is. Show business equals the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry. Okay. And then gross. Acá una pequeña anécdota, pero yo aprendí esta palabra, gross, mirando Phineas y Ferb. Me acuerdo el capítulo donde Candace se convierte en Perry, ¿no? En el platypus, el ornitorrinco. Entonces empieza a transpirar. She starts to sweat. And then she says like, oh, I'm sweating. This is gross. So, ¿qué te parece que significa? Candace se convirtió en un platypus. Y de repente, she's sweating. And she says like, oh, I'm sweating. It's gross. It's gross. That's gross. Bien. Claro, es como disgusting. Feels gross to me. Feels disgusting to me. So, yeah, es un sustantivo. Digo, ay, me equivoco en la palabra sustantivo con sinónimo. Es un sinónimo de disgusting. Igual, gross como adjetivo es un sinónimo de disgusting, pero después también tiene otro significado. Pero acá es como disgusting. Ok, so any other word? No hay otra palabra que me parezca como interesante o media... no sé. Capaz rehearse para algunos, ensayar, rehearse, pero no. Ok, so una que no sé si, bueno, capaz acá lo que resaltaría la forma de decir chemo. En español decimos quimioterapia, ¿no? Chemo. Ok, so then, otra palabra o cosa que... ok, here, a cup of joe. No preguntaste qué es a cup of joe. ¿Sabes qué es a cup of joe? No. Se te pasó. So, a cup of joe es como decir a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. So, en Estados Unidos, no sé si todas lo dicen, la verdad, pero significa a cup of coffee. So, same meaning. So falta solo la parte del final. So, and that was that. Mom's been the only parent sitting in on the scene breakdown portion since the beginning of class. I'm glad Mom gets what she wants to watch me act. But it does add stress to me. I can feel her judgments and see her reactions out of the side of my eye. She mouths my lines as I say them and over animates her facial expression when she wants me to mimic it. It's difficult to perform while navigating Mom's sideline coaching at the same time. When class is over, I feel a huge wave of relief wash over me because Mom gives me the rest of the day off. I don't have to look at my scene for next week until tomorrow. For tonight, I'm free. Is there any words? Or the words are just over animate. Let me highlight it. Okay. She mouths my lines as I say them and over animates her facial expression. So, animate como de animar, pero de over, viste que es como acá como que exagerando. So, over animate her facial expression. No tengo la palabra exacta en español, pero como exagerando, sobre animando. Exagerando sus expresiones faciales. A ver si over animate. En Spanish. Quiero ver si tenemos una palabra en español para decirlo. Yo diría exagerando. Exagerando su animación. ¿Qué es eso? Okay. So, that's it for today. Because that's chapter 9. See you guys in the next video or stream.